broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person.
Well, hello and welcome in to Game 4, the final one here from the EJEPL Showcase in Atlantic City, New Jersey at the Atlantic City Skate Zone. And if it's not your father's Oldsmobile, it's definitely not your father's Loudoun Knights. The Knights come in to take on the Stars today, having won 4 of their last 5 EJ games. And they took out the Cyclones this morning in a close one that they won 6-4. They also lost 7-8 to the Blackhawks yesterday, and they beat the Wilmington Junior Seahawks 5-2 yesterday as well. And in fact, that loss to the Blackhawks was their only one. And their streak here, their prior loss, was to the Stars right here, 6-5 on November 19th. Stars coming in today's game with a 2-1 record in this EJEPL Showcase, trying to solidify playoff position for them. This is an important game for the Stars. They'll be a bit short-benched here today, and so look for Coach Carney to roll the lines fast and furiously in this one, as it looks like, based on warm-ups, Jason Diatelli reclaims the blue paint here today after his win late Friday night in Middletown, New Jersey. And so he'll look to lead the Stars in their road Navy Blues to a victory here at America's Playground in Atlantic City. Should be the last time the Stars are down here in Atlantic City on the 2023-2024 season, but who knows what that season holds. So we could revisit this, or this could be the last time you take in the fine confines of the Atlantic City Skate Zone in 2023 to 2024. Either way, 35 seconds left to go on the warm-up clock. Gives us time to say thank you so much for being a Midnight Sports viewer late on here in 2023. This is the Stars' final game of the calendar year, but we will very much look forward to seeing you again early on in January in 2024. And the Stars resume their season. If you celebrate, a very Merry Christmas to you. If you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope it was a great one for you just last week. In any event, happy holidays to all the viewers out there. We'll get rolling here momentarily as there goes the warm-up buzzer. Pucks will be collected at either end of the ice. And we'll get rolling. 25 minutes will be put on the clock. But until then, enjoy a little bit of strategy session with a whole lot of royalty-free music right here on Midnight Sports. Looks like we're getting ready to roll here in Atlantic City. Over the boards comes Russo, McCarthy, Bizzarro. It looks like Schaefer and Leshner get the start as the defensive pair. And as announced there at the top of the broadcast, it is Jason Diatelli in the blue paint for the Stars. We'll get rolling here momentarily. 25 minutes on the clock. Goalies checked, scorekeeper checked, and the puck is dropped. We're off and running as the Knights take on the Stars here in New Jersey. Schaefer will turn, fire on the puck in the near corner. It's in the defensive zone. The Knights come in, they keep the puck there, and they send it all the way across the ice to the Knights. They load up, shot it, and Diatelli shuts it down. Just 15 seconds into this one. Diatelli gobbles that up with the leg pads, and it'll be a defensive zone draw here for the Stars. Stars in their road navy blues, working right to left on your television screen or radio dial if you're just listening. And it'll be the Knights in their home whites, trying to work that puck deeper in the offensive zone. Firing on it was McCarthy, jammed up that zone break-in, then kicking it farther was Schaefer, works it up for McCarthy. McCarthy gains the line, dumps on in, and now that puck's going to roll all the way around to the far side of the ice. The Knights will pick it up there and try and work it around to the near side of the ice. Schaefer mans the near point. Knights break out, but not past Pizarro, who dumps that puck right back in. Russo now fires in on the forecheck. McCarthy in for support. McCarthy has that puck at the far half wall, able to jam it off a stick. Russo sends it over to Pizarro. Pizarro goes around him and shoots and scores! That's a Stars goal. Not even a minute into this one. It looked like it was McCarthy to Russo to Pizarro, and Dominic Pizarro does the deed here with 24:09 remaining to go in the first half. Well, important there for the Stars to get on the board early as they were shut out against the Blackhawks yesterday. Always good to see the forwards firing early and often there. If you're a Stars fan, that puck gets caught on the back twine of the net. We'll see if we get a whistle here. No, the Knights able to pull that off the back of the net. They'll circle at the near half wall and work it up to the blue line, but it's going to go all the way. It was tipped as it left the zone, and so it'll be the Stars through Fisher on the forecheck, able to get to the puck first there after he had shouldered his man. It's Fisher giving chase again, works it up towards Zimmich. It's Schulman as the third forward out there. He's able to jam up that zone breakout. Now Coronati gets to the puck, tries to dump in, hits a shin guard, so tracking back was Gorloff, and it'll be Gorloff working that over toward Fisher. Fisher jabs it farther, and now it's going to be the Knights circling back in their own zone as we tick toward 23 minutes left to go. Not going to get there as it's going to be a Stars penalty in the near corner in the offensive zone. Looks like it might be Zimmich going to the box here. As the whistle went, as soon as the Stars touched it, 23:18 left to go here in the first. Stars up a goal, but Zimmich now to the box for 2 minutes. He's going to go here. It looks like for boarding. Well, we'll see if someone else is going to have to go to the box here. And in fact, that's exactly what's happened. So, Conforti will track over to the box to serve the 2 minutes. Zimmich will be gone for 10 here. So we won't see him back on the ice until there's about 13 minutes left here in the first half. And so, Stars are going to be down a man here for 2 minutes. It'll be Russo at center to kill this penalty. It's the Knights winning that up toward the blue line, flicking it farther. Puck sits in the low slot, comes to a Knights stick. Look out. They'll have to go around the cage. They try and throw it in front. Some good work by Coronati. Pushes his man wide. The Knights take back over at the end boards. The Knights on the puck behind the cage, looking to set something up. They work it to the side of the net, right back down again. Coronati mans the near post, and it's Gorloff at the far post. It's the Knights being pushed up higher and then dumping that puck in. All the way to the end boards again as the Stars have a nice box shape there on the penalty kill. It's the Knights now curling with the puck. They shoot in. Diatelli, has that one slipped through. He had made the initial save, but it was able to leak by at the near post, and that's a power play goal for the Knights. Not much Diatelli could have done there as there was a lot of traffic in front, and that puck was able to squeak by after he did well to get the sleeve on it. And so, just like that, it's a tie hockey game here in the early going. I hope you weren't late coming to this game because you've missed some action early on already. But all in all, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Stars win that forward, and it will be the Knights dumping that all the way down. Arm raised for icing. There it goes across the line. Now, just to put a bow on that earlier sequence, Diatelli did well sealing that near post to him, far post to you, viewer. But the puck able to just slip by, given the velocity of the shot, and that's just sometimes what happens. It's hockey. In any event, the Stars try to work that puck farther. Instead, it comes out of the zone. Leschner able to work it off the boards to give the Stars time to leave the offensive zone, and now it's the Knights trying to come back the other way. They do. It's a 3-on-2 for the Knights if they hurry back the other way. Back is Leschner and Schaefer. The Knights pass that around, and then they shoot. They go for that far post, unable to hit it, as Diatelli had done very well to hinge off that near post and take away any net. It's now the Stars trying to work this puck up and out of the zone. It's Fisher on the forecheck. Knights dump it in deep again. Schaefer will turn at the end boards. He's on the puck there. Knights retrieve. They throw it up. Fisher in the way, though, and then he leaves it for Conforti. Conforti on the puck. He gains the line, dumps in deep, nearly takes the official with him, and he'll give chase. Will Conforti. The Stars can get a change out of this as the Knights will take the puck out of their zone. They throw it across, but only so far as Russo. Russo in the neutral zone. Now in the offensive zone comes Russo all the way deep into the near corner. Russo on the puck there. He throws it across the ice. He finds McCarthy. McCarthy shoots, and it's saved just wide of the net. Coronati tries to jam it farther. It hits a skate, comes out of the zone, and now it'll be Gorloff working that puck up for Coronati. Coronati across the blue line into the offensive zone. Drop pass there for Russo. Bizarro out there joins the rush. It's Russo firing in, nearly gets a deflection from McCarthy, and it's gobbled up by the Knights netminder. And so, with 21-11 left to go here in the first half, it's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. It'll be Bizarro to take. Puck dropped quickly. They're a little behind schedule here at the Atlantic City skate zone. And so it's going to be some quick drops and probably some waved icing to try and get back on schedule as long as it's close. It'll be McCarthy bodying his man in the neutral zone. Then Coronati fires in to take the puck off his man. Racks it right back up for McCarthy. McCarthy over for Russo. Good pace to this game in the early going. It's Bizarro now in on the forecheck. He's able to try and dig it out at the near corner. It comes all the way up toward Coronati. Not quite to him, though, as the Knights were able to pick that off at the near half wall and send it out of the zone. Coronati able to dump in once again, go for a change. Again, those quick changes are going to be crucial here for the Stars as that one's flicked up and out of the defensive zone by the Knights, but also out of play. Should be a face-off right back in the offensive zone for the Stars. It'll be Polisi, Conforti, Schaefer, Schulman, and Leschner. Given the short bench of the Stars here today, it's going to be a mix and match in terms of line combinations, and that's exactly what it's been so far. It's the Knights trying to work that puck out of the zone at the far half wall. They have it there. They work it up right in front of the camera well. They'll delay, and now they'll break into the offensive zone. Schaefer able to take the puck off his man initially. Now the Knights turn. They're the side of the cage. They shoot in. Diatelli very well there on the save. He did very well, I should say, as he hinged out again from that post and took away the far side of the net. Earned himself a little bit of a dance there in the blue paint with a great save. It was point blank, and he was able to shut it down, and no rebound thereafter. Puck rolls to the slot. Look out. Fired in. Diatelli gets in the way of that one, and he pushes it out far enough that the rebound couldn't be shot again. The puck's going to go all the way down to the Stars' offensive zone, but out of their reach as the Knights work it right back out to the near half wall. Still in the offensive zone for the Stars momentarily. Knights able to pass it toward a high slot and skate it out. Knights through neutral ice. They'll stop delay at the blue line, and then they're going to have to recycle that puck in the neutral zone as the Stars had gummed it up right at the blue line. Old left wing trap there by the Stars initially. Had gummed up that break-in. Bizarro fires it off the glass. Knights take back over. They're going to dump in. Icing's going to be waved here as it was close to a couple of sticks on the dump in. Bizarro first to the puck. Works it up. Chips it up now over toward Fisher. Fisher looks for Conforti. Hits a skate. And it'll be the Knights coming back the other way. But tracking back was Fisher on the back check. Picked up that puck and then works it over for Bizarro. Bizarro into the offensive zone. On the backhand. Tries to return it to Fisher. That one hits a skate as well. Not much ice out there right now for either team as they're trying to work the puck into the slot. Just a lot of skates in the way. It's Coronati tapping that puck farther in the offensive zone. The Knights will emerge with it into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2. It's the Knights all the way in. Gorloff and Coronati did very well to cut out that threat in the slot. Bizarro taps it to himself right in front of the Stars bench. Taking over now is Fisher. Fisher on the puck. Works it up toward McCarthy. McCarthy there. He shoots in. It's going to be gloved down by the Knights netminder. And so, with 18:43 remaining to go here in the first half, it's an offensive zone draw. It'll be Schulman at the dot. He's going to have Russo to his left, Polisi to his right, Gorloff and Coronati as the defenders. Coronati takes that faceoff win, jabs it wide on the slapper, and it'll be Polisi trying to track it down on the far side of the ice. It's racked out of the zone by the Knights. But only so far as Coronati, who works it up to Gorloff. Gorloff for Polisi. Polisi on the dump in. It's the Knights sending it right back out of the zone. Stars get back on side. The Knights take over in the neutral zone. They come through center ice to the Knights, but only so far as Coronati and Gorloff again. Russo takes over that loose puck. Russo in the offensive zone. He loads up in the slot. 4 Knights all around him, able to dispossess finally as they'll try and work it out of the zone. Will the Knights up to the near point. Coronati jams it up there. Rolling puck comes across the blue line, but it finds Polisi. Polisi will fire that in and give chase. Stars can get a partial change as Russo remains on the ice. It's the Knights working that up to the near half wall. Into the neutral zone come the Knights. They try and jab it farther. It sits right there because Schaefer able to cut out the threat. Russo now on the forecheck. Schaefer pinches up at the red line. He's able to gum it up once again, and the Knights just have to dump in. Turning forward is Leshner. Leshner on the puck, fires it around to the weak side of the ice. It's Polisi collecting it there and getting it out of the zone. He took a hit to make the play, but the Stars are grateful. Now Russo intercepts that pass, and he's able to dump on in. On net, bouncing puck just gobbled up, and then opened up for the Knights as there were no Stars players in the zone because the Stars were making a change. Schaefer stands his man up at the blue line, takes over the puck, works it up toward McCarthy. McCarthy collects and fires it across the ice. It's Conforti through the center of the ice over toward Bizarro. Bizarro loads up on the forehand, surveys his options. That one hits a skate, rolls to the slot. Knights will take over again. It's the Knights on the puck all the way through the neutral zone. They try and dangle Schaefer. That's a mistake many man has made and hasn't been successful. It's now a puck that comes to the top of the slot. It's Conforti on a bit of a mini break into the offensive zone. He loads up on the wrister, shoots in. That one's gloved down by the Knights goaltender. It's going to roll to the far side of the ice. Leshner fires in. Deflection takes that one wide. It's Coronati now on the puck at the near half wall. Rolling puck all the way to the end boards. McCarthy has it there. He goes around one man. It's finally poke checked away from him. And it'll be Coronati having to turn for that puck into his own zone. It's been all gas, no break here as the puck finally does roll for an icing. 16:28 left to go in the first half. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, Coronati and Gorloff out as the defensive pair. Schulman, Russo, and Fisher as the forwards. Russo fires in. That's blocker down at the last second by the Knights goaltender who saw it well. And now the Knights look to break out the other way. Coronati in the way of that breakout. He'll curl with the puck. He's got a man all over him. Rolling puck's going to come into the offensive zone there for the Knights. The Knights stand it up at the near half wall, now the near corner, and they'll survey their options. The Knights had pinched in there to keep the zone, so there was no one waiting at the near point just yet. Knights still with the puck. They work it up to the top of the slot. They fire in. Diatelli had that one covered. Rolling puck all the way to the end boards. Thrown in front. Diatelli has it sit in front of him. He throws the big mitt on it. And so, with 15:51 left to go here in the first half, it's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, don't let the scoreboard fool you. It really has been all action out here as the Stars look to win that faceoff through Schulman. Schulman for Russo, Russo for Schaefer. Puck sits in the defensive zone. Schulman collects, sends it all the way to the far side of the ice. It's now Fisher trying to get that puck out of the zone. Bodying his man there is Leshner as Fisher takes over once again. Fisher fights through a couple of back checks, able to flip it out of the zone for Russo. Russo now into the offensive zone. He curls to the top of the circle. He goes in, tries to cross the net front, shoots in on the wrister. It's saved nicely again by the Knights goaltender. Shot 7-4 in the Stars' favor right now, although it's been a pretty even game. Puck rolls to the neutral zone. It's sticked farther by the Knights. Now they take it with speed in the offensive zone. It's a mini break on the backhand. They send it all the way across. Diatelli gets across, shuts that one down, and gets a cheer from his teammates. At the side of the net comes the puck. Leshner bodies his man. It's Bizarro firing in on the forecheck, trying to take the puck away. And puck rolls over to the near circle. Diatelli grabs that out of the air and then jumps on top of it. And we'll get a stoppage in play here with 14:53 remaining in the first half. Chances on both sides of the ice here in the first 10 minutes of this game. The teams have only potted once each. And so it'll be a defensive zone draw here for the Stars. It's Bizarro at the dot. Ties up his man there, and Gorloff shepherds that puck behind the cage, throws it over toward Polisi, just out of his reach. Knights will dump right back in toward the center of the ice. Bouncing puck comes way up, but it's sticked out of the zone by the Stars. The Knights will clear the zone. Polisi all over his man. Very aggressive there as he was able to work that into the offensive zone, but without possession. Gorloff tracks back, takes that puck over in the neutral zone. It's fired in by McCarthy. Puck just sits behind the net. The Knights take over as we take under 14 and a half minutes left to go here in the first half. Puck sits in the slot. The Knights able to fight that one off and gain the neutral zone and now come into the offensive zone. The Knights without possession there. Bizarro takes over that puck after Coronati was able to poke check it away. It's Bizarro. pulling that out of the air, twirling in front of his own bench, going around one man, then two, and working it over for McCarthy. It's McCarthy trying to load up on the forehand. He does, shoots in. It's saved nicely by the Knights goaltender, and the Knights take over and work it up to the near point and out of the zone. They'll play a dump and chase game themselves as Coronati turns for the puck. The Knights able to take that puck over, and that rolls behind the Stars net momentarily. It's Gorloff reversing to himself, finding McCarthy, and working that puck up to the blue line. McCarthy will skate it himself through the neutral zone, gain the line on the backhand. He'll dump in, goes to the near half wall, and now the Knights will track back the other way. Looks to be kind of a relay sprint out there with each team going in opposite directions right now. And so the Stars take over once again in their own end. Schaefer on the puck. Gains the line, dumps on in, and this one will go all the way to the end boards. Conforti's going to be there first. Conforti on the puck, jams up any pass of the Knights, but it is eventually racked all the way around. Bouncing puck's going to leave the zone, and now the Knights on a break. It's a 3-on-1. Schaefer gets back. Shot comes in over the cage as Schaefer had gotten a stick on that one, and now the Knights try to throw it to the net front. Again, Schaefer and Leshner there as the puck rolls in the near half wall. The Knights will dump it in. Once again, Schaefer turns at the end boards, jabs it over toward Russo. Russo settles that puck down, looks up ice. Conforti calls for it. Headman pass connects. Conforti one-on-one in the zone, tries to go around a man. The toe drag just couldn't quite work for him, and the Knights will get out of the zone. No arm raised there as there was a collision in the neutral zone. Onward we play. The Knights gain the offensive zone. They circle to the far corner, do the Knights. At the end boards, that puck rolls. And it'll be the Knights working on the far side of the ice, trying to throw it toward the net front. Jabbed out, though, by Schulman and Schaefer. It's the Knights working again toward the slot. Rolling puck comes up to the top of that slot, and it's thrown all the way across, or skated across there by the Knights as they were hounded by Conforti. Rolling puck over to the far corner. Sits there. Leshner bodies his man. Rolling puck behind the cage now as the Knights try to throw it out front. They shoot in wide of the cage. Diatelli once again had that covered with the leg pad. Firing on that rebound was Russo and getting it out of the zone. Knights looking to tilt the ice a little bit here as we tick. Under 12 minutes left to go. Rolling puck is sent out of the zone by Conforti to relieve that pressure, and it looks like the Stars will get a partial change out of that. Knights come right back in. They shoot wide of the cage. Screen shot from the top of the slot there, but it rolled wide, and so it'll be Gorloff picking that puck up on the forehand, trying to get it over toward Fisher. Fisher works that puck off a man, leaves it for Schulman. Schulman takes a swipe at it, works it back for Fisher. Fisher into the offensive zone. He picks up the puck, does Fisher. Fisher in the near corner. He's still on the puck there. Leaves it for a moment in the corner. Firing in was McCarthy. McCarthy tries to work it up to the point, and it's going to hit a Knights stick, and now the Knights try to get a mini break going. Bizarro gets back quickly, though, takes the puck off his man. On the forehand comes Bizarro, flicks it up to McCarthy. McCarthy across the ice. It's a 2-on-2 here for the Stars. It's Fisher in the zone, throws it back for McCarthy, and some good defensive work by the Knights is the only thing that stopped that from being a 2-1 Stars lead. It's now the Knights throwing it up to the near point. As that puck rolls at the near half wall, Coronati had to retreat so as not to give up an odd man rush. The Knights will come the other way. It's a 3-on-3 for the Knights in the offensive zone. Gorloff pushes his man wide. He's able to push him all the way toward the end boards as that puck sits against the yellow paint, and then it's taken over by Bizarro. Bizarro will curl on his edges there as the puck rolls toward the slot. Coronati there for support. Puck still in the defensive zone for the Stars, but it's Fisher tracking back on the McCarthy pass to get that puck up out of the zone into the offensive zone. Puck's going to sit in the slot. It'll be Zimmich who needs a whistle to get out of the box after he served his 10 minutes there on the 2-10. It's thrown in wide of the cage by the Knights. Coronati to pick up that puck and work it up toward Russo. It's Russo on the puck. Russo over toward Polisi. Polisi leaves it there for Leshner. Leshner dumps in. Long shot in. That'll be that whistle that'll free up Ollie Zimmich from the box and let the Stars get back to what today is full strength. 10:04 remaining to go here in the first half. Shots 10-4 in the Stars' favor. But there have been some very good looks there for the Knights as well. Well, the officials keeping the same Stars on the ice there, judging it to be a late change. And so, Stars will work that puck toward the net front again. A nice deflection. That'll be a whistle. And so now the Stars will see if they want to make a personnel change here. They do not, as it will be another offensive zone draw with 9:59 left to go in the first. It's won by the Stars. Fired in by Leshner. Deflection takes it on net. Saved nicely again by the Knights. Puck sits momentarily there in the near corner. It's Schaefer on the puck, on the backhand, tries to throw it toward the front of the net. It hits the side of the net. Now the Stars will have to keep the zone through Leshner. Leshner tries to dump it deeper, a body in the way. Puck sits at the blue line. Leshner does feather it down just a bit deeper, but the Knights able to push it out of the zone as far as Schaefer. Schaefer up for Schulman. Schulman dumps on in. Stars will again give chase. It's Polisi on the forecheck. Forces an early pass. There's Zimmage, who leaves it for Leshner. Leshner on the puck, fires in. Schulman able to deflect it, but it goes just wide of the cage. Puck rolls to the near half wall. Schaefer able to keep the zone. Bouncing puck over everyone's head. Still in the offensive zone here for the Stars, but it'll be the Knights collecting it and sending it past the blue line. It's now the Knights in the neutral zone. They try and go past Schaefer. They're upended there, but they do retain possession. They throw it across, can't pull it out of the air as it's Polisi and in the far corner. Now the Knights emerge with it. The Knights behind the cage. They throw it in front. Sitting there was the puck, but it was Leshner touching it for Zimmage, and now Zimmage on into the offensive zone. He's got 5 Knights around him, and they'll send that puck all the way back down. It looks like it's just going to be Diatelli jumping on top of it, and so we'll get a stoppage in play here as the Knights had tried to collect that puck from under Diatelli's glove. But no harm, no foul, just a defensive zone draw upcoming here, it looks like. And so it'll be Bizarro at the dot. Bizarro wins that toward the half wall. It's sticked farther momentarily by Kornai, thrown in front. And it was Gorloff tying up his man to prevent the chance for the Knights. Now it's Bizarro and McCarthy into the offensive zone. Bizarro loads up, shoots. That's gloved out of the air by the Knights goaltender. Probably his best save of the day, as that was a screen shot through the legs of the Knights defender with 8:26 remaining here in the first half. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. It's Bizarro, McCarthy, Russo, Gorloff, and Coronati as the 5 skaters out there. The Knights will rack that over to the far side of the ice. Russo there first, able to keep the puck there, and then his man leans on him, knocks him down to the ice, plays on top of him for a minute. No call coming, though, as that puck's going to be jammed out of the zone. Getting back quickly is Gorloff. Gorloff has Coronati back. He'll go point to point for Coronati, who works it right back up for McCarthy on the backhand. McCarthy able to dump in. And we're under 8 minutes left to play here in the first half from Atlantic City. It's Russo first to the puck in the far corner, able to jab it deeper for Bizarro. Bizarro out front for McCarthy. Stick gets in the way. It was a good defensive play there by the Knights once again. Stick farther by the Stars in the offensive zone. It's Bizarro delaying behind the net, tries to go around one man. It's kicked off his stick, and then Bizarro leans into that man. The Knights look to emerge with it. The Knights in the near corner with the puck. They throw it up to the blue line and out of the zone. Now the Knights with speed in the neutral zone, but it's Coronati. Pokes it off the stick of his man, and McCarthy able to throw it just a bit deeper in the neutral zone. The Knights will dump it in this time, and both teams can go for a partial change or maybe even a full one as that puck sits in front of the Zamboni doors. It's Coronati on the puck, trying to work that up. He leaves it there for Bizarro. Bizarro still out there, has the puck on his forehand. He sends that up into the offensive zone, but without possession. The Knights will come right back the other way. Coronati watches his man at the blue line. Bizarro will turn, try and pick up the puck at the end boards. It's the Knights on the puck at the end boards. They throw it up to the far point, try and dump it in, but it's a nice block by Fisher, and Bizarro chips it up toward Conforti. Conforti gets handcuffed a little bit by the pass. Fisher picks up that loose puck, dumps it in deeper into the zone. It's now the Knights on the puck, and they rack it all the way around. Stars try to keep the zone. It was Zimmage. Shot out of a cannon off the bench, but just couldn't quite get to it at the blue line. And so with 6:45 remaining to go here in the first half, it's going to be a face-off just outside the Knights zone. Yeah, it'll be Zimmage at the dot. Puck's dropped one forward by him. Stars try and break in, but the Knights in the way. That puck sticked farther by the Knights into their offensive zone. They try the slot pass. It was Zimmage and Schaefer jamming it up. Puck rolls to the end boards. It sits at the end boards momentarily as Zimmage and Schaefer go to work there on their men. Puck still pinballs around. It rolls out toward Fisher. Fisher looks up, sees a headman pass for Conforti, but the lane is blocked, so Fisher takes it all the way in, saucers it over to Conforti. Conforti shoots in just wide of the cage. Oh, that was a close one there for the Stars. It was a beautiful backhand saucered pass by Zimmage toward Conforti. But Conforti just ran out of real estate, couldn't quite lift the puck the way he wanted to once he got into the blue paint, and so we play on here. 6 minutes even left to go in the first half. It's the Knights coming back the other way, curling into the slot, trying a toe drag, and it was Schaefer who wanted none of it. He put his man on the ice, and then for good measure, made sure to hit him in the corner as well. It's Leshner now firing on that puck in the far corner, trying to flick it up off that Zamboni ice dip over there as the puck gets stuck, and now it's Zimmage turning for the puck, jabbing it farther, but the Knights look to throw it out front. The Knights able to make a change behind the play here as the puck just sits there, and Zimmage able to saucer it up, but not out. Now it finds Conforti after the forechecking of Fisher. Conforti gains the line, he'll dump in, and the Stars can make a change. As you often see, late in these showcases, both teams really want to run tight, short shifts. It's been a lot of hockey this weekend for both teams, and they're not going to take long shifts out there if they don't have to. It's the Stars working that up through the neutral zone. They find McCarthy. McCarthy in the offensive zone. He shoots. It's saved by the Knights goaltender once again, and the Knights look to break out. Pizarro jams up that breakout at first. McCarthy also in on the forecheck. It's thrown up to the blue line. Polisi with a nice keep. He finds Pizarro in the slot. Pizarro loads up. He shoots in. That one's gloved down by the Knights goaltender. Nearly found the back of the net, did Dominic Pizarro. Instead, the Stars will have to settle with some offensive zone time. Pizarro creeps in, works that deeper there for McCarthy. McCarthy tries a wraparound jam attempt, rolls into the blue paint. The Knights survive. It's Coronati sticking it farther, trying to keep the zone. The Knights will turn with the puck. They throw it through the neutral zone. They were cheating a little bit at the offensive blue line, were the Knights. Not cheating like illegally, cheating like they wanted to score a goal and were happy to leave a man up high. It's now McCarthy coming back the other way into the offensive zone. McCarthy curls toward the slot on the forehand. Two Knights in the way. He wanted to pull the trigger. Instead, he'll just dump on in. Pizarro will give chase at the end boards now. Works it over toward Polisi. Polisi reverses back toward Pizarro. The Knights throw that up to the near half wall and look to get it out of the zone. They do. Into the neutral zone come the Knights. Coronati able to take the puck off his man, and then Leshner. Nice backhand pass over for Conforti. It's jabbed deeper into the offensive zone, though, by the Knights. Stars will look to break out off the stick of Pizarro. He digs it off the wall and sends it on over. It'll be Polisi gaining the line and dumping that puck in. It's Conforti on the forecheck, almost got to that puck first, and now he has it at the end boards. Conforti on the puck. It sits against the yellow paint of those end boards as it was Schulman helping him dig it out. Schulman on the puck. Sends that back down. Touched in front. Zimmage nearly in on net. Instead, a Knights stick gets in the way, and now the Knights are off to the races in the neutral zone. It was Leshner bodying his man. Looks like both players lost their stick there, but it'll be Leshner to the box here for interference with 3:19 remaining to go in the first half. It's a tie score on the scoreboard, but the Stars about to be down a man here for 2 minutes. Now the penalty killers will come over the boards. It's Zimmage, Coronati, Schulman, and Schaefer. Puck's going to be dropped to Diatelli's right here in the defensive zone. Zimmage wins that faceoff cleanly. Then it's shepherded around by Schaefer over toward Coronati. It's fired out of the zone, and the Knights will have to give chase. Looks like it's going to be icing waved here as that puck crossed the end line, but it's going to come all the way back down for the Knights. Icing again waved. Fair is fair. It was waved on the Stars, so probably should be waved on the Knights there. As it'll be Zimmage digging it off the end boards on the forehand. Uses the glass to send that around, but it's played with a high stick. And so with 2:51 left to go here, it's stoppage in play and a face-off all the way down at the other end of the ice because the Knights had played the puck with a high stick, and then they were first to touch it. Still 1:33 left to go in the man advantage here for the Knights. Shots 13-5 in the Stars' favor, but again, that might not tell the whole tale as there's been some high-danger chances for the Knights. Shot in by the Stars there as Zimmage was upended, and it was saved once again by the Knights goaltender. 2:47 left to go in the first half. Don't forget, there'll be an ice cut, 10 to 12 minutes, and we'll be right back with you. But we'll make sure to play some royalty-free music for you in the interim, as you can see the Zamboni zoom across your screen at Zamboni-like speeds. It's Schaefer cutting out the threat in the neutral zone. It's Pizarro one-on-one, now one-on-two. Pizarro delays, shoots in, and that's going to be frozen and then released by the Knights goaltender. You know, when you're at the shore, it's always catch and release down here. And so the Knights try and work it up, but it was McCarthy pinching up on the penalty kill. And now Coronati up for Pizarro. Pizarro on the forecheck. It comes to a Knights player at the blue line. And McCarthy goes for the puck. But the Knights work that up into the offensive zone. McCarthy had to pull up on the hit. He didn't want to get called for interference. The Knights now have it in the offensive zone. It's the Knights circling around behind the cage, working it up to the top of the circle, and then right back down to the dot. Now on the top of the slot. Look out. Shot comes in. Hits a couple of sticks. Goes up into the netting with 54 remaining to go here in the first half. And still 35 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Knights. Well, the penalty killers will be Shulman and Russo, along with Gorloff and McCarthy. Well, the Knights just making a personnel addition here, as it is still a 5-on-4, and we'll be ready to go just momentarily. Puck's dropped. Knights win it over toward the half wall, or maybe it was Russo who won it over there. Shot comes in. Russo with a great shot block. That one didn't even make it halfway toward the net. The Knights collect. They circle with the puck right here at the near half wall. Stars content to play a tight box shape on this kill. It's fired all the way across, but it comes to a Knights player eventually at the far half wall. They'll have to reset there. It's McCarthy matching stick movement for stick movement with the Knights man. Shot off the side of the cage was that puck. The Knights now collect in the near corner, near half wall. Still 4 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Shot in on Diatelli, kicks it out. Oh boy, a big kick out by Diatelli there. Otherwise, it would have been easy to touch that one home into the net. But Diatelli did so well with the big rebound kick to send that to the corner. Now the Knights load up. Diatelli blockers that down. It pops up toward the roof and then all the way across the ice. And so it'll be the Knights resetting again. They're at the top of the near circle. It's 5-on-5 hockey out there. The Knights, though, able to tilt the ice right here at the end of the power play. They shoot in. That one goes right into Diatelli's glove. He snatches it out of the air with 49.1 seconds remaining to go here. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, this is a tight one here from the Atlantic City skate zone. Stars have Zimmage in the face-off circle. It's worked around toward Coronati by Schaefer. Coronati shovels it up to Conforti. He uses the body well to try and protect the puck, but he's got two Knightsmen all over him. Rolling puck toward the slot. Tracking back was Fisher. He throws it up to Zimmage. Zimmage has Conforti ahead of him. Zimmage into the offensive zone. He shoots in, looking for a shot, rebound, score attempt there, but it was covered up by the Knights goaltender with 30.8 remaining to go here in the first half. It'll be the Stars able to make a personnel change here. They've got 4 on the ice, do the Stars. Schaefer will come right back out. He thought he was being called over to the bench for a blow. Instead, he won't get the rest here for another 28 seconds, most likely. Shot in by the Stars. Rolling puck comes in, gobbled up once again by the Knights goaltender. And so we'll do it all over again with 23 seconds left to go here in the first half. Shot 17-9 in the Stars' favor. Zimmage wins that cleanly. Puck back toward Fisher. Fisher dumps it down towards Zimmage. Fires tight angle shot saved by the Knights goaltender. It's going to take a greasy goal probably here for the Stars in the blue paint to score against this netminder. It's the Knights coming right back the other way. The Knights on in. They try a toe drag. Coronati says no. Fires that up and out of the zone. But that hard work in the blue paint for the Stars. There goes the buzzer. That hard work tight in the paint for the Stars could pay dividends in the second half. We'll see you in 10 to 12 minutes after 1 here in the Atlantic City skate zone. It's the Stars 1 and the Knights 1. Stick around right here on Midnight Sports. players back out of the locker rooms. We're going to get ready to get rolling here for the second half. It's all left to play for. Loudoun trying to get into playoff position here late in the EJEPL season. Stars trying to solidify their position in the same competition. 25 minutes on the board, a goal apiece, shots 17-9 according to the official scorekeeper here in the rink in the Stars' favor. Probably a few more shots for each team than that, but a lot of high danger chances out there, as you'd expect in Game 4 of a showcase with some tired skaters' legs. Both goalies standing very tall thus far in this game. And so the Stars will do a little last-minute strategy session at their bench as the Knights get stretched out in front of theirs. All right, the rink doors being closed here as we get ready to play the second half. As a reminder, this is an EJ game, 25 minutes on the board. If it's not settled after 50 minutes, which is to say this second 25, it does go to a 4-on-4 overtime for 5 minutes. If that doesn't settle anything, it goes to a 3-on-3 overtime for 5 minutes. If that doesn't settle anything, just kidding, it ends in a tie at that point in the regular season. In any event, goalies being checked, scorekeeper being checked. It'll be the Bizarro line over the boards to kick this one off. Russo to the right, McCarthy to the left. Coronati and Gorloff as the defenders. Clean win there by Bizarro. Coronati, now Gorloff, right back to Coronati. Coronati chips it up toward awaiting McCarthy. McCarthy on the puck into the offensive zone. Shoots in. That one's gloved down, spilled just a bit by the Knights, but they jump right back on top of it. And so just 14 seconds into this second half, we have our first stoppage in play after a first half that is, that seemed to have no stoppages quite at all. It's Bizarro winning that one forward. It's chipped up toward Coronati. Loads up, shoots in, looking for a deflection. It's a shot and a score. Oh boy, the Stars strike early here in the second. And Coronati with the big slapper. Russo able to deflect that one in. And just like that, 20 seconds into this one, the Stars reestablish their 1-goal lead. Well, Coronati with the huge windup, and Russo able to tip the stick right in front of the leg pads of the Knights netminder and flick that one up into the back of the net. It's now Zimmich pouring forward, working that deeper in the neutral zone. Fisher nearly cut out that pass. The Knights send it to the Stars' blue line, but no farther at first. They try and dump it in now. Jamming it up again was Gorloff. Gorloff up towards Schulman. Schulman tries to take the puck off his man, and now it's Coronati tapping it forward. The Knights will take over in the neutral zone. Knights on the puck. They'll dump on in. Turning for that puck is Gorloff, though, in his own zone. He'll curl strong side on the backhand, work it up toward Coronati. Coronati delays. He has Zimmich and Schulman in front of him, who are able to work it up and out of the zone. Puck sits in front of the camera well momentarily. Zimmich picks it up, though. Rolling puck. He's able to corral. Sends it over to Schulman. Schulman loads up, shoots just wide of the cage. And the Stars pouring it on here early. Comes to Schulman. Schulman shoots it. He scores! Oh boy, the Stars double their lead. It was the Gorloff shot from the far point. It was saved, but it rolled right to Schulman, who saw an open net right in front of him, and there was no doubt about it. Just like that, the Stars take a 2-goal lead early on here in the second half. It was Schulman doing the deed. Now it will be Bizarro at the dot. That puck's dropped. Clock did start in the arena. And it'll be Schaefer working that face-off win over toward Leshner. Leshner to Polisi. Puck sits at the far half wall. Polisi able to jam that one out. It's going to go all the way down for an icing here. And so with 23:41 remaining to go in the second half, it's going to be a defensive zone draw. Well, Polisi, Bizarro, Leshner, Schaefer, and McCarthy out there as the 5 skaters for the road team. It's Bizarro taking that face-off off the far half wall, and then it's flicked in farther by the Knights. The Knights delay in the far corner. They send it just a bit deeper. Curling toward the slot are the Knights. It comes across the face of the goal. Schaefer first to it, sticks it farther, and then up into the netting off a deflection. That face-off will stay in the offensive zone. Bizarro with a little nifty flick toward the official there, as we'll get a face-off at the near circle to Diatelli's left. Leshner out there. He's got Polisi with him, Schaefer, McCarthy, and Bizarro. Bizarro wins that cleanly over toward Schaefer. Schaefer for Leshner. Leshner works that up toward Polisi. Rolling puck, corralled by Polisi. Flicked on out toward Bizarro. Now it rolls in the neutral zone, and the Knights try and turn it right back the other way. McCarthy and Schaefer able to get in the way of that one, though, and the Knights send it across the ice. They'll try the other side, but only so far as Leshner and Polisi. Now they try and dump it in deeper. Schaefer able to get stick on puck. The Knights break in, but not with speed. They send it all the way across the ice. Do the Knights. They're at the top of the circle, now the near half wall. The Knights will just have to dump on in. Schaefer turns for it at the end boards. 2 Knights on him. He works it past them, and now Bizarro in for support. He has Polisi out there as well. The Knights reverse to the near side of the ice. The Knights look up. They'll just dump right back in to the far corner. Puck sits there, thrown across the face of the goal, and it's shot and scored. Well, that's a goal here for the Knights, who strike right back. Alone in the low slot there were the Knights. They were able to pull the trigger, and so with 22:37 remaining here in the second half, the Knights cut the Stars lead in half. It's Stars 3, Knights 2. It'll be Zimmage at the dot. Conforti to his left, Fisher to his right. That puck's one forward. The Knights pick it up there. Can't get it out of the zone at first. Zimmage tried to tap it farther. The Knights, though, will throw it across the ice and escape past their blue line. It's Fisher on the forecheck, works it over towards Zimmage. Zimmage back for Gorloff. Gorloff to Coronati. Coronati on the puck at his own blue line, works it up towards Zimmage. Zimmage over for Conforti. Conforti sends it right toward the slot. Bouncing puck saved at first by the Knights goaltender. Coronati with the follow-up shot. It was screened. Now off the side of the cage comes the puck, and the cage itself moves off its moorings, and so we get a stoppage in play here with 22:08 left to go in the second half. Now, there was no chance the Knights were going to make it easy on the Stars there, given the run the Knights are on, as well as the talent level on both sides. You knew it was going to be a close one, and that's exactly what we've got here. It's the Stars dumping that face-off win deeper. Conforti first to it, works it over towards Zimmage. Zimmage on the backhand, reverses, thrown out front. That puck rolls in front to the side of the cage. Knights were first to it. Now they'll try and work this puck up and out of the zone. It's Zimmage on the puck, though. Just tenacious on the puck, as finally 2 Knights men able to take the puck off him and send it into the offensive zone, but without possession. It was Coronati and Gorloff streaking back to cut out any threat. Conforti, backhander up to Zimmage. Zimmage into the offensive zone, tries to split the defender. So far he has, still on the puck. Oh, talk about a goal of the year candidate, and he put that one past. He had split 2 defenders, but just ran out of real estate, and it was a nice save by the Knights goaltender with 21:32 left to go here in the second half. It's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, it's Russo winning that faceoff over toward Bizarro, racks it in deeper. Firing on the puck is McCarthy. He reverses around, and the Knights will be first to it and jam it out of the zone. Now it's a foot race as Schaefer looks to get back. A mini 2-on-1 developing here. Shot in on Diatelli. He's able to make the save, and then the ensuing shot is a nice block there by Leshner. It'll be the Knights taking over control in the far corner until it rolls to Bizarro. Bizarro on the forehand. He skates around one man. He'll curl, stop, delay, go right back to the corner on the forehand and trying to find some open ice out there. He's got Schaefer with him. Bizarro racks it off the boards. He finds Russo. Russo sees McCarthy through the center of the ice. McCarthy loads up on the forehand. He shoots. That's another nice save by the Knights goaltender, as that one was gloved up and over the cage. Now Russo and McCarthy trying to dig that one off the end boards. The Knights emerge with it only so far as Bizarro in the slot. Bizarro loads up on the forehand. He shoots in, and that again is gloved to the side of the net by the Knights goaltender. And so onward we play as that puck rolls all the way into the Stars zone. It's going to cross the end line just barely. And so with 20.5 minutes left to go here in the second half, it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Now the Stars will get Fisher, Zimmage, Conforti out there as the forwards, Coronati and Gorloff as the defenders. That puck is won forward by the Stars, but without possession. Comes up to the far half wall, and the Stars control toward the slot. Conforti was waiting. Knights there first, though. Able to keep the zone momentarily was the Stars, but now the Knights gain the line and dump all the way in. It comes straight off the end boards. First to it is Gorloff. Gorloff works that puck up, but it comes out in front. Diatelli shuts that down. Oh, boy. Remember that save there as that puck rolled right to the low slot, and Diatelli way out at the top of the blue paint, able to gobble that one up and cut out the threat from the Knights. And so with 20:06 left to go here in the second, it's a defensive zone draw. Fired in off a stick up into the netting. We'll get another stoppage in play. Just 4 seconds gone on that one. And so we'll do it all over again here at the near circle. It's Zimmage at the dot. Gorloff and Fisher in the slot. Conforti and Coronati on the other side. Face-off won there by the Stars up to the slot. Fisher corrals, works it out of the zone with a little help from Gorloff as that puck rolls into the neutral zone, but getting back on it was Gorloff. Gorloff delays, works that up through the center of the ice for Fisher. Fisher moves the puck onto his forehand, and now he'll dump in towards Zimmage. Fired shot, sticked wide of the cage once again by the Knights goaltender. It's now the Knights trying to work that puck out of the zone. First to it is Zimmage. Zimmage looks up to the point. Instead throws it in front. Bang, bang play. Rolling puck. Knights able to clear momentarily. Gorloff fires it right back in. Kicked aside by the Knights goaltender. And the Stars buzzing in the offensive zone, or at least trying to keep it there. But the Knights emerge with it in the neutral zone. Bodied by Coronati was the Knights man, but he still fires after the puck. Upending his man there was Coronati. And the Stars look to emerge with it. The Knights have it at the side of the cage. They fire in. Diatelli kicks that one out. And now it'll be Fisher on the puck. He flicks that up past the blue line. The Knights will have to recycle in the neutral zone. They fire it over toward the weak side of the ice. Coronati turns, tries to go point to point there for Gorloff. Gorloff will chase this one down at the far half wall and work it into the neutral zone. Knights now trying to tilt the ice a bit here as they have possession of the puck in the neutral zone. They'll dump on in once again. Puck rolls toward Bizarro. Bizarro on the puck. The Knights will carry that in the neutral zone. And all the way across, that puck comes into the offensive zone for the Stars, but without possession as the Stars will make a change. And Bizarro's out there now on the forecheck. The Knights reverse the puck all the way to the near side of the ice and try and work it in the neutral zone. That's exactly what they do the Knights. All the way through the neutral zone. Leschner's going to be first to it in his own end. Leschner on the puck there. Works it, chips it off the glass, hits a body. Puck stays in the defensive zone momentarily. It's worked up, and now the Knights have it in the slot. They fire in. A nice deflection there by Bizarro and Polisi. Take that puck wide of the cage. It's Bizarro curling behind his own net with the puck. He'll get on his edges, reverse to himself, work that puck over toward the forehand. Find Coronati there, tries to shovel it out. Instead, hits a Knights stick, and now the Knights have it behind the cage. They're there. They work that puck up to the near circle to the Knights. They fire in. Diatelli shovels that aside, and now it's Polisi breaking out the other way. He's got a headman pass for McCarthy, but no lane to make that pass as the Knights played that well in the neutral zone. It's the Knights coming right back the other way, but they flick it up into the Stars bench. And we'll get to take a breath here with 17:48 remaining to go in the second half. It's going to be a face-off at center ice. It'll be Schulman, McCarthy, Bizarro, Schaefer, and Leschner as the five skaters in navy blue. Puck chipped forward by the Knights, but without possession. Schaefer will curl back, send that all the way around past the Zamboni doors. Schulman in to try and jab it out of the zone. Knights able to keep the zone initially. Puck rolls on the dasher. And it's picked up by Schulman, who sends that puck up to the far point. Knights try and dump it in deeper. Bizarro with the long reach. That puck flutters, and now it's a 3-on-1 developing for the Stars. The Stars into the offensive zone. It's McCarthy all the way across. Pass just a little bit behind. Schulman had to evade the Knights man, who was in good position, but we're going to get a stoppage in play here. As it looks like the puck, well, no, it's going to be an interference call. Interesting. Initially, the gesture, the word was high stick, but it's going to be an interference call on the Knights. They'll go to the box here for 2 minutes with 17:18 left to go in the second. The Stars protecting a 1-goal lead, and now about to be up a man for 2 minutes due to that interference call. Power play unit comes over the boards. It's going to be Zimmage and Schulman in the mid and high slot, respectively. It's McCarthy taking that face-off win, working it back to Coronati. Coronati settles that puck down, finds McCarthy, shot in, hits a shin guard. Zimmage to pick up that rebound. It sits at the end boards. Schulman now tries to keep the zone from being broken out, but instead it's the Knights coming the other way. It's a one-on-one. McCarthy back. McCarthy pushes his man wide, and now the Knights come in, but it was McCarthy and Coronati cutting out that shot. It never hit the cage, and now it's Diatelli kicking out the ensuing shot. The Stars will work it deeper in their zone to try and buy some time and space here. Stars work it from McCarthy to Coronati. Coronati on the puck. Will settle that puck down. It was on edge. Work it all the way across the ice for Zimmage. Zimmage, drop pass over to Russo. Russo on the puck. Fires in. Rebound spilled there. Nearly touched home by the Stars. But the Knights goaltender once again did enough to keep that puck out. It's Russo trying to get into the offensive zone. The Knights will stop delay. Schulman tries to work his man over at the blue line, but the Knights chip it out. 1:05 left to go on the man advantage as the Stars have the puck at the logo. It'll be Zimmage curling with the puck. works it through the neutral zone, breaks into the offensive zone, gains the zone, drop pass there for Russo. Russo back to Coronati. Coronati over to McCarthy. McCarthy on the puck, works it on deeper. It's going to come all the way around to the near side. It's Schulman there. Digs the puck off the wall, tries to work it deeper. Knights get in the way of that one, and this time they do use the dasher. It should go for an icing. It does. And so, with 15:57 remaining to go here in the second, 40 seconds remaining to go on the interference call to the Knights. It's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. They'll roll Conforti, Fisher, Pizarro, Gorloff, and Schaefer out there as the 5 skaters. Knights get their 4th skater out on the ice. And with under 16 minutes left to play, Pizarro takes that face-off win, keeps it himself, now works it up toward Schaefer. Schaefer loads up, fires that in. It's going to just find the glove of the Knights goaltender. Schaefer looking for a deflection on the far post there, but nobody home for the Stars just yet. And so we'll do it all over again from the near circle. 32 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Stars. It's Pizarro again winning that back to Schaefer. Schaefer stops, delays, works it deeper for Pizarro. But Pizarro collects the puck, flicks it up to the far side of the ice, and Conforti tracks it down. Far half wall to far point. Conforti for Fisher. Fisher on the puck. Gets on the forehand, goes to the side of the cage, works it deeper for Pizarro. Pizarro stops, delays, tries to fire it out towards Schaefer, who had crept all the way in. But instead, it's going to be the Stars keeping the zone. It's Fisher on the backhand, throws that across for Pizarro. Pizarro settles that puck down. Schaefer with a great zone keep, able to keep his skates as well and keep the zone once again. It's Schaefer firing that in deeper. This time it's flicked up toward Pizarro. Pizarro on the puck, tries to send that deeper for Conforti. Rolling puck, though, finds a Knight stick. They break out. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as Gorloff pushes his man wide. It's the Knights dumping that puck all the way toward the end boards, and they look to emerge with it, do the Knights, as they dump it in just a bit deeper. Stars not giving them much breathing room out there to get something net front. Comes to the side of the cage. Diatelli sends it right back toward the end boards. Now it'll be the Stars trying to pump this out. Rolling puck toward the slot. Shepherded there by the Knights. Might have done the Stars a favor to take that on the backhand, did the Knights, instead of letting it go to the top of the slot. Now that puck takes a deflection wide of the cage off a Knights skate, and Schaefer bodies his man in the corner. It's the Knights trying to pull that out, but Pizarro, right time, right place, able to skate that up past the blue line, pick up the puck on the backhand, and find Fisher. Fisher shoots in high of the cage. Onward we play here as the Knights pick up that rebound all the way out of the zone as far as Coronati. Coronati on the puck. Knights break in to the offensive zone. They try to shoot, but it was Leshner working his man wide in the offensive zone. Tight angle shot doesn't connect, goes over the cage. Schulman fires that around, and it'll be Coronati to pick it up at the end boards. Coronati on the puck, works it up toward Fisher. Fisher now up to Zimmage. Zimmage skating backwards with the puck through the neutral zone, able to protect it long enough and work it over toward Schulman. Schulman on the puck now, works that puck in deeper. It's Zimmage right to the slot, thrown in. Oh boy, what a save there by the Knights goaltender. It was a bang-bang play, but he too came to the top of the blue paint, able to get that puck up and out. Now it'll be a shot that goes high of the cage as the Knights come right back the other way. It's a puck in the near corner. It's Zimmage trying to work over his man there. As the puck rolls up to the near half wall, Schulman will flick that up and out of the zone. Onward we go here. 13 and a half minutes left to go. The Knights first to this puck in their own end. It's Polisi on the forecheck. Knights throw that to the neutral zone. They pick it up there. Now it's a one-on-one in the offensive zone. Coronati pushes his man to the near half wall. The Knights will delay. They throw it toward the slot. They load up there. They shoot in. It hits a stick. It was Ollie's Image getting in the way of that one and making that puck go wide. Puck sits in the near corner. Still in the near corner. Now racked out of the zone by the Stars. It's going to go all the way down for an icing with 12:58 left to play here in the second half. It's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, it'll be Pizarro, McCarthy, Russo as the forwards. Looks like Schaefer and Gorloff as the defenders. Knights take that puck into the near corner, but it's the Stars emerging with it. It's Johnny Mack, the captain, into the offensive zone. He loads up in the slot on the forehand, shoots in. Oh, it's saved. It looked like off the face mask of the Knights goaltender. And all those saves count the same. The Stars try and collect it in the offensive zone. Fired in, one-timer doesn't quite connect. Pizarro thought he had an angle there, but there was a stick in the way, and so the Stars will have to pick it up again in the offensive zone. Russo works that deeper. It's Pizarro and now McCarthy. Bizarro waits, that is, in the slot. McCarthy turns, dumps it deeper again. He's trying to cycle now with Russo. It's the Knights coming away with it at the near point. 3 Knights men able to take the puck off the 2 Stars men as that puck's dumped on in. Gorloff's going to be first to it at the end boards. Knights all over him, trying to work that out toward the front, but it was Bizarro in for support, curling back. Rubbed off the puck momentarily by a Knights man, but it works over toward Gorloff. Gorloff's going to skate this out of the zone. Gorloff all the way into the neutral zone. He gains the line and dumps in as we're under 12 minutes left to play here in Atlantic City. It's Bizarro trying to work his man over in the far corner. Puck comes on up to a Knights player, and it's racked out of the zone once again. Getting back is Gorloff. He'll go point to point for Leshner. Leshner on the puck, and he'll twirl with it and send it up to Conforti. Conforti into the offensive zone, sends it over toward the slot. A nice pass by him. He takes a big hit. No arm raised, though, by the officials. It's now Fisher working that back toward Conforti, rolling puck at the near half wall, and bodies being thrown everywhere now at that half wall as the puck sits there. Zimmich tries to escape with it. Conforti back for Zimmich. Zimmich to the side of the net. He shoots, and it's saved by the Knights goaltender. It was a nice 1-2 from Conforti to Zimmich, but an even better save by the Knights netminder. And so, with 11:15 left to go here in the second half, it's a Stars offensive zone draw. Zimmich able to win that back, comes up to Coronati. Ensuing slapper hits a shin guard, so Leshner tracks back for that puck, uses the boards to get that up. Zimmich able to gain the line, dump on in. Conforti now on the forecheck. Knights will be first to this puck at the end boards, but Conforti bodies his man there and buys enough time for all the Stars to pour on in. It's Fisher trying to work that over to the near corner. He finds Conforti there. Conforti, not much space to make a pass, but he's able to maintain possession of the puck so far as getting it over towards Zimmich. Now the Knights will take over. The Knights on the puck. It's tapped farther by the Stars. A great play by Leshner, and now it is eventually fired out of the zone by the Knights. It'll be Leshner tracking back. He's got Coronati with him. Leshner uses the boards to get that puck up and past his man. It's Fisher able to work that past the blue line as there's a little after action there at the blue line, but no call coming. Slapper comes in. Diatelli, big save. That puck rolled just to the side of the cage after he threw that blocker up on the puck, and he did enough to keep it out of the back of the net. It's now the Knights trying to work that toward the net front, but first there was Leshner, and he fires that puck up to the far half wall. It's now Fisher trying to get that puck out of the zone. Knights men all over him on the far side of the ice. It's 5 players, 6 now, in on that puck. It is eventually jammed out, though, by Zimmich as we're under 10 minutes left to play here in New Jersey. The Knights will have to track back to their zone for the puck. They do. They work it up past their blue line into the neutral zone. Bizarro on the back check, able to make that puck roll off the stick of his man. A nice little stick check by Dominic Bizarro. It's Polisi receiving that pass at the far half wall, trying to get the puck out of the zone. But tracking back now is Coronati and Gorloff for the puck. Polisi digs it off the boards, works it up past the blue line, and the Knights will have to reset in the neutral zone. Sticks, bodies, and pucks flying everywhere. Diatelli fights that one off, gloves it down to the ice, makes the save. And with 9:25 remaining to go here in the second half, it's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, it'll be Bizarro, Gorloff, Polisi, McCarthy, and Schaefer as the 5 skaters out there for the team from Coney Island. Shot comes in, takes a deflection, sits in Bizarro's equipment, and then it's fired in top corner. Oh, the Knights able to find that top corner off a broken play. Bizarro had initially blocked the shot. Rebound came straight to a Knights stick, and just like that, it's a tie ball game here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, with 9:20 remaining to go. Now to be Zimmich at center ice. He's got Conforti to his left, Schulman to his right. The Knights take over that puck, and they'll dump on in. Coronati turns for it. It's going to roll all the way over to Gorloff. Gorloff back to Coronati, finds a Knights stick. They're at the side of the cage. The Knights feel like they've got a little momentum here, and they are pushing. It's Schulman sending it deeper into his zone to buy some time and space for Coronati to get that puck up and out. Coronati returns it over to Gorloff. Gorloff up toward Conforti. Never reaches him, though, as the Knights cut that pass out. But it is Coronati on the back check as that rolling puck's going to come to Coronati. And it's now Zimmich and Conforti into the offensive zone. Conforti nearly goes skate to stick and throws it across for Schulman. That shot comes in, loose puck. Oh boy, the Stars thought they had put it in the back of the net off the stick of Zimmage. Instead, though, the Ice Monster gobbled that puck up. And now it's the Knights coming the other way. Way out of his cage, though, was Diatelli, as that puck looked just to be a little bit loose, but his defenseman able to push it into his pads at the top of the blue paint. And so with 8:26 remaining here in the second half, it's a defensive zone draw. Boy, end-to-end action in Atlantic City, as the Stars nearly thought they had scored, and then the Knights got a shot on goal. It's Pizarro at the dot, winning that over to the far half wall. Leschner fires that off the boards, not out just yet. He's going to get a second bite at this apple, and when he takes that bite, he's able to get the puck out of the zone. Puck hits a snowbank right in front of the Knights' bench door. Sits there momentarily, but now the Knights will break the other way in the neutral zone. Pizarro on the back check, able to force that puck deeper into his zone, but take away Knights' possession. Schaefer first to it on the backhand, up for McCarthy. McCarthy will have to turn with the puck. He does, chips it off the boards, and now it's Russo getting on his horse toward the offensive zone. Sticks it farther into that offensive zone, but three Knights have gotten back, and the Knights now try to come the other way. Sits in front of the scorer's table. It's Leschner keeping that out of the defensive zone. And it's McCarthy who receives that pass from Pizarro. McCarthy, drop pass for Pizarro. Pizarro on the forehand, sends that across. It was Russo creeping in, back post, just couldn't quite connect. And now the Knights try to come back the other way. Schaefer jams up that zone break in at first. The Knights fire in wide of the cage, and it's Russo able to stick lift his man as that puck leaves the zone. Pizarro will take over the puck after he finds McCarthy. McCarthy now on the puck, and tries to jam it deeper in the offensive zone. He does. The Stars can get a partial change here as Pizarro will stay on out. Puck rolls all the way through the neutral zone. Tracking back for it is Coronati. Coronati jams it out of the zone once again. He finds Pizarro on a quick up. Pizarro mid-slot shoots. Oh, he had nearly that far post open, but it was gloved wide by the Knights goaltender. Onward we play. It's the Knights trying to work that puck into the offensive zone. They do, and Gorloff will turn for it. Gorloff behind his net on the puck there. Puck sits at the end boards. It is jabbed farther by the Stars. It's Pizarro now trying to curl with the puck. He's got a Knights man on him. It sits in that Zamboni ice over there at the far corner. Now Coronati and Schulman combine to take that puck to the near corner. Puck sits in the near corner. Knights trying to work it farther and then throw it out front. Hits Pizarro's stick, goes wide. Pizarro to pick it up again. He jabs it over for Fisher. Fisher tries to send that puck across the ice for Schulman, but there are two Knights on him, and now the puck will leave the zone. Good work by Fisher on the back check to get that puck up and out of the zone. Now it's flicked up, but not into the Stars bench as the players thought. Onward we play as the puck sits at center ice. Knights control. They'll dump right back in. That puck's going to go to the end boards. Icing waved. Coronati to pick up on the backhand. Fires that one over for Gorloff. Gorloff on the puck. He's going to skate this up and out of the zone. He looks to pull the trigger toward the weak side of the ice. Instead, he gains the line. Now he gains the offensive zone. He fires in, hits a body there. Gorloff tries to pick it back up again at the far half wall and dump it in deeper. He kicks that over towards Zimmage. Zimmage tries a slow roller in, looking for a self-pass off the leg pads of the Knights netminder, but instead that one gets gobbled up with 5 3/4 minutes remaining here in the second half. It's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, shots 36-17 in the Stars' favor, but it has been some high-event hockey here as the face-off one shot from Fisher goes just a bit high. It's going to rack all the way down to the Stars' end. Schaefer first to it, works it over to the far half wall. Fisher now back as well. Rolling puck towards Zimmage. Not out of the zone just yet as the Knights throw that toward the slot. Look out, Slapper comes in, hits a body in front. Let's see who that was. It was Schaefer who got in front of that one. The Knights still with the puck. They send it wide of the cage, and now Fisher will fire, trying to take that puck off his man. Diatelli gets down quickly to make a crucial save there. And now Zimmage tries to stick that out of the zone, and it does eventually roll out of the zone. It'll be the Knights tracking back for the puck. Zimmage on the forecheck. They work it up on a quick up through the neutral zone. That should go for an icing. It does. 5 minutes even remaining to go here in the second half. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, the term anybody's game seems to get overused in sporting events these days, but truly, this one is anybody's game. Russo at the far circle wins that faceoff cleanly for McCarthy, who dumps that on down. It's Russo now tracking down that puck as it rolls all the way to the near half wall. The Knights look to break out now. They make it so far as McCarthy at first. McCarthy able to take the puck off his man and find Conforti. Conforti back across the slot. Nobody home at first. Gorloff kicks it farther. Able to keep the zone. Turning with it is McCarthy. He loads up, shoots just wide of the cage. And Russo tries to track down that rebound at the far side of the ice. He dumps it in deeper. Puck sits on the dasher momentarily. Finds a Stars stick, but not with any time and space at first. Fluttering puck goes all the way to the end boards. It's Russo now on the puck. On the forehand, looking out front. And he'll curl with the puck top of the circle. He'll stop, delay, flick it on down. And it's Conforti trying to fire that toward McCarthy. The one touch goes just wide of the cage. And now the Knights emerge with the puck as we tick toward 4 minutes remaining. The Knights will gain the line, dump on in. And it's a 2-on-2 developing low in the zone as Gorloff able to body his man and jab that up toward McCarthy. McCarthy works it up. Conforti does well to get to that puck and force an early pass that the Stars will take over. It's Coronati up toward Conforti. Just rolls off his stick. It's going to go all the way for an icing here with 3:54 remaining in the second half. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, if you're a crazy person and you're going to turn this game off now instead of seeing how it ends, please do accept our best wishes for Christmas and a happy holidays right here from Midnight Sports. But I would advise you, keep watching. This one's pretty tight and pretty fun. Puck sits in the slot, thrown in. Diatelli kicks it aside. It's the Knights now trying to pick it up at the side of the cage. The Knights have it at the far circle. Polisi does very well, though, to body his man and take him out of the play. And then it's fired out of the zone by the Stars. It's going to roll all the way down, but icing's going to be waved here as it went off a body, leaving the zone. 3:30 remaining to go in this game as the Knights try to break out the other way. They do. Through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone come the Knights. They're at the side of the cage. They fire in. Diatelli fights that one off. Rolling puck loose, and it's dug out by Schulman and sent all the way down. That puck's on end. Looks like it might cross the line, and icing waved here as the Knights had gotten close enough to it, and it creeped all the way down. And so it's the Stars taking that puck in the neutral zone on the zone breakout by the Knights. Leshner fires it right back the other way. Knights take over at their blue line. Knights in the neutral zone. Zimmage hits his man, but he's going to go for a penalty here. Looked like a clean hit from the grandstands, but of course, nobody in those grandstands has stripes on. The shot comes in. Diatelli stops it with 2:50 remaining. Unclear exactly where the trip was, but in any event, it's going to be Zimmage to the box for 2 for tripping. And so with 2:50 left to play here in the second half, if you're a Stars fan, certainly you disagree with that call, as the Knights player had the puck on his stick and was upended by Zimmage. But again, the only opinions that matter are the ones coming from those wearing stripes. That's a high stick. The Stars know not to play it until the Knights touch up, as they want to see as much of this penalty go off the clock before the Knights touch that puck up. It's going to be a face-off all the way down at the other end of the ice. 2:41 remaining in the second half here, and 1:52 remaining on the tripping call to the Stars. It's Russo at the near dot. Wins that over to the half wall. The Knights take over. They circle behind their cage. Russo on the forecheck, forces an early pass. Now the Knights look to break out from the near corner. Russo again on the forecheck. Knights work that puck up toward the blue line. The Ice Monster gets a Knights player. McCarthy fires in, hits a body in front. Now the Knights look to break out the other way. It's a 3-on-2 developing for the Knights through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Drop pass there, top of the circle. Good stick work by McCarthy. He receives the pass. It's a mini break here for McCarthy up the left wing. He'll curl toward the slot, and then he'll have to delay and feather that deeper into the zone. It's Russo taking over. McCarthy didn't have a line right to the cage, and the Stars needed a change. And so the captain did the smart thing. He delayed, ate up more of this penalty time, and let the Stars get their change. Now that puck's going to come all the way down toward Coronati in his own zone. Broken stick in the way. Coronati fires that up to the top of the circle. Not out just yet. Rolling puck still on a Knights stick. Schulman working his man over. Drop pass comes up to a Knights player. Diatelli able to glove that out of the air. Jason Diatelli saw that the whole way, watched it into the glove, bought his team a stoppage with 1:41 remaining to go here in the second half. Well, still 52 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Knights. Take that face off. Diatelli with the save on the quick shot. Leshner fires that off the glass. It doesn't bounce out of the zone, though, and the Knights walk the line and then work it over to the near half wall. It's the Knights firing that into the slots. Touched farther. Diatelli with the save. Bouncing puck still loose. Bizarro kicks that out of harm's way and now skates it out of the defensive zone. He's got Schulman joining him on the rush. Bizarro will go all the way into the offensive zone. He picks up the puck in the far corner. 77 seconds left to play as that's fired in by Schulman off the side of the net. And still 22 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for the Knights. But it's Leshner able to keep the zone. He fires that across the face of goal. The Stars will delay. They don't want to get in too deep and get pinned there for an odd man rush. It's the Knights firing that out of the zone, but Schaefer first to it. Schaefer curls around his man and gets that puck up to the near point. But it's the Knights awaiting there and dumping in deeper once again. They fire in. Diatelli able to gobble that up. Loose to the side. Stars first to it as that puck comes to the half wall, and then Zimmage fresh out of the box, jabs it up and out of the zone. Rolling puck right in front of the Stars bench. Zimmage on it there. He dances around one man, then two. Throws it across the ice to Bizarro. 35 seconds left to play here in the second as Bizarro feathers it up towards Zimmage. Bouncing puck just over his stick. McCarthy out there on the forehand. Throws it around towards Zimmage. Zimmage on the puck. Works it up toward Bizarro. One-timer. Shot in. Saved. Still loose. It's still loose. It's under some bodies. It looks like Zimmage has scored. Oh, can you believe it? The Stars, with 21 seconds remaining to go in this game, have scored through the stick of Oliver Zimmage as that puck rolled through the blue paint for what felt like a lifetime, but the Stars able to put it in the back of the net and take a 4-3 lead late on in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now it'll be Zimmage on the ensuing faceoff, trying to win that one forward. He does. Knights take over possession. Just 20 seconds left to go here as Gorloff fires that forward. Goes to the Knights' blue line. Puck sent over on the weak side of the ice. It's going to roll all the way into the Stars zone. Zimmage first to it, works it up. It's at the half wall, nearly fired in, but Zimmage able to get that puck up and out of the zone. 2 seconds left to play here. There goes the buzzer, and we've gone final here. It's a New York Stars victory. The New York Stars 4. The Loudoun Knights 3. Thank you so much for joining us here from the Atlantic City Skate Zone. That's a big win for the team from Coney Island. They should all be proud of themselves on a 3-1 weekend here in New Jersey. We'll see ya in 2024. Happy New Year to you. Until then, though, stay safe.